What is up, y'all boys? This is I ain't gonna lie. Alright. Like every single time I start recording, I'll be like, let me just keep it 100,000. I did not plan on this video, I should have, right? Everybody posted their end of year videos. I never got around to doing mine. I was like, why is everybody posting that shit so early? I should have just did that. Cause now I'm not prepared. It is like 6 o'clock. I will say, honestly, I'll go ahead and put a screenshot in here and I'll look at it officially so I can take a look. And we'll just go through everything this Q4. This Q4, I had the goal of making 500K in revenue. And we did not hit that. We landed at, this is honestly on the store. I wanted to hit 500K total rev, like on the store. I hit $267,972.68. So over $250,000 in sales. Profit margin, I ain't gonna lie, this last month, like December was pretty fucking rough. Profit on this is like maybe 20%. And this is like all time on the store. So like 20 to 18%, which I mean ain't the worst. So I'm grateful. Don't get me twisted. It's crazy. I started this year wanting to change my life and all that other shit, and I was able to quit my job and start doing Ecom full time. Has it been stressful than a bitch? It has been. I'll be the first to say it, but it's almost fulfilling every day being able to wake up and just work at something that can make me 10 times more than, you know what I'm saying, what my job could have made me. And this was always the vision. I've been wanting to do Ecom for a long time. In terms of like actually seeing success, this was the first year that I really like went hard and you know, balls to the wall. And you know, that shit's amazing. I don't even want to talk about the journey up until this point. The only thing I'll say is that I was making, at my job before I got my raise, I was making like 60K a year, and it's almost, I never realized how crazy that was, because I mean that was just, I was living like that. I was making 60K a year at 18, or like around like 50, 58, something like that. Salary, sales with AT&T, right? And I wasn't at the store, I was doing something else. But regardless, I'm realizing how little money that was. Like, yeah, I was making that, but I was not able to buy a house. I mean, you gotta think, in order to, and I know this is not like the traditional video, so I'm gonna really like get this point out the way quick. It's almost crazy to think, and that's not a bad salary. Like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when we were kids, when we were born, I'm 22, that would have been a decent salary to like buy a house and do all types of shit. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. So I had roommates. Like, I had a car, but like, it's almost crazy to think that even when my income raised to $70,000 a year, it's not a lot of money, bro. I don't even live in Atlanta anymore. I'm from Atlanta, but I moved out to Kennesaw, which is like 20 minutes from the city. I'm not even inner city, and I was making 70K a year after my raises, and I did not have enough to like, you would have to have been financially disciplined early as shit as soon as you got that money in order to be able to like make that money and to make it stretch into buying a house. Like, it's just crazy to think. People go to school to get the paycheck that I was getting at 18. Blessed. That was a wonderful situation for me. But it just makes me realize like how cooked shit is, bro. Like, it's low-key hella cooked. And I don't know why I never realized it. Like, in order to get a house and live like, bro, and live close to the city or like in the city, bro, you have to make a bag, bro. Like at least 100K, 120K. And you have to be like financially disciplined, or at least maybe around like 90, bro. At least around 90 to not have to live in apartments. This is already 4 minutes in. It's just crazy to think that that's just like where shit is. Like, you will always be thinking about money and always be in survival mode unless you're just financially disciplined early on. And like I said, I don't mean to make this. See, I'm already talking about the shit I'm not even trying to talk about. That's part of me not playing out this video. We're already 5 minutes in, and I ain't even got into ecom yet. But it's perplexing to me, truly, bro. And I guess we'll just move on from that point. I think I'll talk about the biggest takeaways I've learned to get me to this point. And I feel like I feel like one of the biggest things is being worried about like the ads, bro. Just truly, for one, investing in yourself and like continuing to learn and seek more education. And then all I can say is direct response marketing. Direct response marketing. If you are doing ecom in 2025 and you aren't doing direct response, if you're gonna go into 2026 and calibrate and like fucking not make your own ads and do all this other shit, I just can't even believe there's people that still get into ecom thinking that that's the way. And that's why I almost like, if anybody were to ask me if they should get an ecom, I would literally tell them, bro, you could. There's money to be made here, but do what you want to do. Like, in terms of like, do what you would actually enjoy to do, because this shit is hard, bro. Ecom is hard. There's a lot of shit to learn. You have to wear multiple hats. But if you are able to see success in ecom, you probably be able to do so many different ventures, bro. Because you got to think, we are literally learning the skill of marketing, the skill of bringing attention to a service, a product, anything. That is such insane skills. Marketing is sales on steroids. You think sales is amazing? Okay, yeah, I can sell fucking B2B, a person to a person, and you can make a lot of money in sales. But marketing is a whole different beast. And if you're gonna make all the money in your pocket, like running a business and being able to market it, like, oh my gosh, of course you would hire people on to do that role at some point, but it's just, man, you gotta think, bro. It's an insane skill. Then you learn how to operate and run a business. Truly, I feel like out of all the side hustles, dropshipping is probably the hardest. It has the highest ceiling. It is the hardest one. Honestly, let me not say that, but I just think like in comparison to like day trading, that shit's hard to the bitch. It gotta be, all these things are hard. Everything is hard, bro. Everything is hard. Listen to me. Everything to make money is hard, bro. If you want to see longevity, you're gonna go through some drops. Everything is hard. You have to pick your hard. Being broke is hard. Making money's hard. Living paycheck to paycheck's hard. Goddamn, everything's hard. Being lazy is hard because you're not content. People, bro, I could talk to any one of my, I don't be trying to like put down nobody, but I could talk to fucking 10 people on the street right now. 10 people that, and they will probably be in a state of discontent in some way, shape, or form with their lives and with themselves. And probably like, you know, the person that comes home and just fucking rots in bed and scrolls. I truly feel like I'm going on a crazy tangent, but it's not the end of your video. I truly feel like all the distractions that have come into the world since COVID is actually insane when it comes to just like the OF and like the boom of that industry and just you know, corn in general. And then you got like just the how normalized it really got to like watch shows and TikTok and bed rotting and just that vocab word. I don't think people understand how crazy that word is. The fact that we are spending hours. I used to spend 3-4 hours scrolling on my phone watching TikTok. Like literally, I was doing that shit too, like a year ago. When I was at AT&T in the store, because I did work at the store for a moment, bro, and I was just in the store, just scrolling on my phone, watching TikToks for like 4 or 5 hours, making money, whatever, come home, you know, staying up till 12, scrolling. That shit is crazy. Your time is such a superpower. Time management is such a superpower. Like, you can do so much. You have the ability to learn so much and to do anything. You can literally do anything. That's why I say everything's hard, bro. You just gotta pick your heart and do it. But anything is possible. You can literally do anything you set your mind to if you just commit to that route and commit to that level of hard, bro. Anything's possible. But people It's so easy. It's been normalized. Weed's been normalized. At least in my city, bro. The weed has been so normalized. Kids are smoking like crazy. Kids are smoking in school, like high school, middle school, the pens and all that stuff, bro. And I'm not gonna act like I wasn't on that at least a little bit, like, bro. But it's 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 such an increase in distractions, just in our age group in society, and it's insane because your time is so valuable. It's truly so valuable. And I feel like honestly, that might be one of the biggest lessons I learned this whole year is like, I literally committed myself to a year of doing business. I have a business that has almost generated $300,000. That's crazy. I was able to truly like switch out my income. Like, that's crazy. All I did was lock in for a year. Mind you, I've been in the econ space for like 4 years, but I never like truly locked in. I never made my first ad until literally August. I had never made my first ad. I make VSLs, bro. And I'm getting into native static ads, but I'm still doing both. Like, that's actually insane. It's actually insane. 1 year, bro. 1 year changed my life. Changed my life. For the better or worse, I changed my life. And I'm able to work at such an, like, I work all day and I love it, bro, because I'm doing something I truly, when I learn more stuff in ecom, I just look and I think, and I'm like, if I master this skill, I can apply it to so many things. It's such a universal skill, and that's the whole thing about building the skill. Like, oh my gosh, bro. You could spend 40 years saving $100,000. You could spend maybe 20 to 15 years investing to get up to $100,000, maybe even 10. Or you could spend a year and a half and make $100,000 every month. It's not easy. Nothing's easy. But anything's possible. Anything's possible, bro. Literally, success can be written down into an action, bro. Success is literally action over time. You know how they say, what is it? Speed is time over distance. Success is literally action over time. If you do enough intentional action, intentional, that's the key word, intentional. You can do a whole bunch of BS, a whole bunch of fluff, and you will be in the same spot that you were in before because you are not doing intentional time. Being intentional is so powerful. If you do enough intentional inputs over X amount of time, you will see a type of success. It is absolutely guaranteed. When you get success and you get luck, everybody knows the equation for luck. Luck is when, what is it? When opportunity meets preparation, right? Yeah, that's what luck. When opportunity meets preparation, that's luck. Luck can be curated. The more shots you take, the more you improve, the more you prepare. Buddy, when the opportunity comes, you'll be ready. You'll be ready. Point blank. I've been my story's been pretty stagnant. I had to scale down a little bit, especially coming off of Christmas and all the high CPMs, and seeing CPMs deflate. It's been perfect. And we're like getting the business stable again. Like, December was a pretty rough month. And I just truly know, like, bro, I've probably said this a million times now. When my business scales again, when I go to whatever happens, bro, like when I hit my next level of momentum and stride and consistency and going up, there's no way I don't hit a 10K, 20K day in that stretch of time. Because, bro, all the time I put it, like, oh my gosh, they have I've seen somebody make a graph. Oh my God, I have a whiteboard. I will not lie, I sold this. And it's actually good because you can't even see what I wrote. But it says optimistic. I just put optistic because I can't spell. I didn't want to try to spell it, so I intentionally spelled it wrong to protect myself. So we got optistic, right? So here is like when you don't really get into shit. You've probably seen this before. You don't really get into shit. You don't really know what's going on. You just have like, you're just optimistic as fuck. Then you start going and you get here, bro. The trenches. These are the trenches. But this is where all the learning is done. The longer you stay here, bro, if some people quit here, a lot of people quit here. But dude, when you fight out of the trenches and you get back to this next curve, dog, it's so up. Because you're going to break through the shit. I forgot where I seen this. And I think, I ain't gonna lie, if I seen this from Ben, I might delete this whole shit. But regardless, is this a nose? I can face have it now. Anyways, like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been here for a little minute now. And I feel like anybody, it's a common place that you're gonna end up when you're in business. Like when you're trying to hit your first 1K day, you're gonna be in them trenches for a long time. When you get started, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Ecom's fire. Like when you look to the future, you're thinking that. And then you start, bro, and everything's so much harder. You just gotta get used to, like, I feel like the biggest thing about this business stuff has been getting used to doing new things every single day. And like, I think one of the biggest things I'm working on going into next year, I have a lot of ideas that come into this little brain of mine, and making sure that I execute faster, not over a 7-day stretch. I want to execute the must-do task and not the I want to have tunnel vision on the most needle-moving task and execute those on a 48-hour schedule. I want to be boom, 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 boom. When it comes to tests that I have so many ideas that are in my head, but I don't have the capacity to do them. And some ideas aren't the most needle-moving activities, but I want to make that turnaround time much, much faster. I forgot what I was saying to get to this point, but yeah, we'll just move on. I guess we'll just talk about things for the next year. That for sure. I'm not even gonna put a amount of how many things, like how much money I want to make next year. I don't feel like there's any point in that. I just really want to be the best operator I can be the best business owner I can be just a true like savage, bro. I already mentioned in my last video that I truly want to transform myself in this next year. I almost forgot to finish this video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. My phone had ran out of storage. But yeah, shout out 2026, y'all boys. I hope y'all stay locked in, and if y'all ever want to talk, just reach out, comment, like, whatever. I'm gonna go hard on YouTube. I'm gonna drop more sauce. I feel like I learned so much over this Q4 to start pumping out some educational videos. I'm gonna turn up on YouTube. Mark my words, I'm gonna turn up on YouTube by I'm not even gonna put a goal on it. I'm gonna turn up though. I gotta get my cloud up. All right.